It's like the reach is actually straight up pretty bad. He has some nice like gimmick utility, which carries a lot of people. But if you want to get him to a really solid rank, you need tremendous fundamental skill, you need insane execution, and you need to be super smart in how you play the neutral. What's up guys, TheMainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the current state of Devil Jin in 1.04. I'm sure you know they nerfed the Psycho Crusher. This is a move that certainly needed nerfs. It was way too dumb in the neutral. The way this character works is that he doesn't have a very strong neutral. Outside of heat. In heat, his neutral was completely fucking broken. I mean, he walked you down with a gun, basically. Under the threat of a fucking Glock, you couldn't do anything to him. He would walk you down, you just stare at him, and then you know what happens, he applies his heat 50-50, right? That's basically how the character operated. But the way this character worked was that his neutral outside of heat wasn't that threatening. Demon Paw has never had less tracking. Well, I mean, or you play the better Jin, which is, I was gonna say the straight Jin, the nice Jin. Protagonist Jin, so not heal Jin, has an absurd Demon Paw that you can do nothing about. Well, that might be the straight Jin, actually, now that I think about it. I think Protagonist Jin has a thing for Hwoarang. They have a thing for each other. I believe this to be the case. It hasn't been confirmed. But Devil Jin's Demon Paw has never been this weak. It has no tracking. His movement is quite alright. The movement is better than Jin, the other Jin. Electric is still strong, but the nerf to Demon Paw just hurts him a ton, because you can step this, you can step this, you can step this with good timing, and suddenly you find yourself in a position where you're like, ah, god damn it. Kazuya's Devil Fist tracks a ton, right? And this game does have strong side steps, so it's weird to see Devil Jin so weak to stepping, actually. He didn't used to be. But then when he is in heat, it used to be the complete opposite, right? And you have a threat of this, and you have a threat of a Psycho Crusher. But so, Psycho Crusher took gigantic nerfs. You know how I made that video saying, I think Kazuya might be stronger than Devil Jin, and everyone thought I was insane? I think that is the case. I think Kazuya is stronger than Devil Jin. Psycho Crusher needed nerfing, but I think they overdid it. Which, I think you're gonna see that a lot in this game, where you could argue Assassin as well, learning 3-2 was also over-nerfed. Like, a lot of people have complained about these attacks, and they really want to make sure they do a good job in balancing them, but I think this was too much. What needed to happen to this attack was that the tracking needed to go, because you already had this option, right? To shut down movement. So the tracking needed to go. Why was that homing? But I think the distance of it could stay. What happened now was that you can easily step it to both sides, right? And the reach is kind of bad now. It's like the reach is actually straight up pretty bad. When I contrast, I play Jin as my secondary right now. Kazuya is my main, and then I play Jin. Like, a lot of people don't talk about Jin's Heat Smash, but Jin's Heat Smash is just, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's straight up busted, I would say. This, to me, is a case of over-nerfing. So in my opinion right now, I just wanted to talk about the current state of Devil Jin, and I just think he is in a pretty bad state right now. Don't get me wrong, he's still a solid character. It's just that he's extremely demanding to play. He has some nice gimmick utility, which carries a lot of people. But if you want to get him to a really solid rank, you need tremendous fundamental skill, you need insane execution, and you need to be super smart in how you play the neutral, in terms of working around his shortcomings in the neutral. And now when he's in heat, he's just nowhere near as threatening, due to he has to commit to a pretty slow attack now to lock you down. But this also leads to Devil Jin players using this more, which is cool. They used to just, you know, brain dead Psycho Crusher, but now they'll try to get you to respect them any means possible, and then try and set up this, which is a nice unbreakable throw, but loses to duck. You can jab him out of it and loses to a simple sidestep. But it's still a nice mind game, and it's cool to see that Devil Jin players are adapting a little bit. His lows are still very underwhelming. His 50-50 utility is just not that strong. Kazuya's 50-50 is significantly stronger. This hell sweep is just not that good, which is why it's cool to see Momo, arguably the best Devil Jin in the world, now opting more for setup utility here. It's going to be all about setups with Devil Jin, because he still does high damage, which is nice to have. It's a high damage character. He has nice setup utility with the Hell Sweep Oki here. If they stay on the ground there, you can actually pick up. Momo has a really nice video on this, which he made for me. Alzheimer's main man. He's trying to teach me how to play Devil Jin. Yeah, you'll see a lot of Devil Jins do the fully charged option. This one. To get the guaranteed flash punch. But a lot of Devil Jins are now realizing that you can just opt for tiny charge and you get plus 24 and chip at the wall. This one will still wall splat. What the hell? No, is it only on counter hit? Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. Wall splats on counter hit. Okay, did you know that I've never seen this? Do you know why? Because everyone presses into it. When we see it here, we're like, oh, I'm gonna interrupt. So I'm just trying to tell you, just do a semi-charge up. And people will eat it, like so. And you get big damage. And also this wall combo, incredibly strong. Absurd amounts of damage. But only works from off axis. So there it didn't combo, right? Now I'm off axis, so it's going to work. Only works from off axis. But, yeah, semi-charge up, and you get plus 24 at the wall. It's incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. So we're at plus 24, you can threaten with a 50-50, you can threaten with poking, you can try and get a throw. In my opinion, it's almost broken, and you see the amount of chip damage. Why not try another one? Or check with Flash Punch. When you're in heat, it's kind of a cute setup doing this. Pretty much everyone will eat that. So setup utility and pretty gimmicky utility is nice with Devil Jin. A lot of people are waking up to how to efficiently deal with Morning Crow, but it still has nice gimmick utility. Morning Crow into a single 2, most people won't punish this. You can do down back 2 afterwards. You still have a complete throw game, which is nice to have. He's way more reliant on setup and gimmicky stuff compared to Tekken 7 Devil Jin. But yeah, in my opinion, not a very strong character. Again, you struggle in the neutral due to your stuff being so steppable. Your 50-50 is not very strong. Your lows are not very strong. Compared to what you should be in this game, your poking is weak. Your jab is weak, and you have arguably the worst downward one in the game. It's actually weird how weak they made his poking. Downward one is ass. It's absolute trash. And then a lot of characters have seen buffed lows in this game, and like your lows just are lackluster. It's lackluster. In the end, it's like Nee said, in the end, you have to commit to hell sweeps to get people to duck you. And again, the hell sweep is super risky, can be stepped, you get it whiffs easily. They nerfed the reach. And also, it's just not that strong in the end. 45 damage, but you reset neutral. There's no Oki utility here. Unless you do the Momo setup. But again, there is counterplay to this. Yeah, and in terms of threatening them with mids, when you're in the neutral, you can waifu while stunning too, which is something you will want to learn how to do. But again, you are at -12. You do get better damage in this game, but yeah. Again, they sort of murdered your heat with the nerf to Psycho Crusher, in my opinion. So it's gonna be about this. Setting up this throw. But it's kind of cool in that it's very nerfed, but you gotta play very smart in terms of setups, and your damage is high. But yeah, this is the current state of Devil Jin 104. I think a very misunderstood character ever since the launch of Tekken 8. Very misunderstood. I think he's been over nerfed. He started out so gimmicky that people didn't really see the counterplay to the Morning Crow stuff. Everyone felt all of this was like super OP. But it was more a case of he's turning into a setup-based and trick-based character, right? And then people had no idea how to deal with it. And then they start nerfing the character a lot. And then people figure out the character, and then people say, this character was never top 5. He was never top 5. And he's tremendously difficult to play. And now, in my opinion, the character is over-nerfed. But to be honest, I don't mind. I think a character can be super difficult, and he's still solid, don't get me wrong. It's just that I don't think he's as strong as he should be. I don't see why a character as, you know, like Shaheen or Feng Wei, who are designed to be very easy, are significantly stronger. But, you know, that's been an issue in Tekken for a long time. And that's more so a problem of where you could say, in my opinion, that Devil Jin doesn't need buffs, but rather those other characters need nerfing, right? So this is the current state of Devil Jin. Specialist character, expert type character. Plays around a lot of setups right now. Is still high damage. Very tricky character to play. I can't stress that enough. But a bit over-nerfed in my opinion. But yeah, that's Devil Jin in 104. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a great day. Take care.